Hi everyone, just coming in today with a beautiful message from Spirit. Long time no see. I have literally been healing and kind of doing what I need to do to navigate my health. So for those that have stayed, thank you for staying. Excuse me. Dealing with a lot of allergies. I'm not too happy about it. Spirit is saying, you guys, so I was like, what message can I give, right? What message can I give? But as I look at it, it's 7:13 on the 23rd. So I just thought that was funny. Spirit said they want you guys to look at everything like a potion. Okay? Look at everything like a potion. Look at everything as individual components of energy. Individual components that create the one. You guys, that's what Spirit is saying we all are. We are all part of the potion. We are all part of the individual components that create the one. Do you understand? And so when one piece of the potion goes awry, the whole recipe is tainted. Right? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? And this is what Spirit is bringing me. I didn't know any of this till I just got on. None of this is written down, so forgive me. But what they're saying is everything, and what I'm seeing is like the cartoon with like Merlin and bippity-boppity like putting energy potions into the thing, and that's the visual I'm getting. And it's all colorful, so there's colors. Every component is significant. Every bit of that potion is pieced together, right? Even if it's energy, it's still in pieces. So you have a little bit of love, you might have a little bit of whatever the components are that create the potion that is you, which is a part of the potion that is the whole. And Spirit is asking you to pay attention to each individual component of your own potion, which will in turn affect the recipe of the whole. And that's what they're asking us all to do. And that's why I pulled out the surrender cards as well. Okay, and so right now, and I'm having to do that in a big way. This new position I took is not easy for me. Every day I'm like really pushing myself, and every day I want to quit. Like, I hate it. There's a reason. It's pushing me past something I have never been willing to push past. And I feel like that's what's coming up a little bit in the collective as well as individually. So Spirit's asking you to think of everything as a potion. Everything has individual components within that potion that creates the whole recipe, which in turn is all individual pieces of the entire whole. Does that make sense? Because that's the way Spirit gave it. So I hope it really makes sense, because I didn't write this down. This is all just coming through. I'm like, it sounds a little cryptic, but you know, it always is. But it's not, right? So where is your potion? Is there anywhere in your potion where it can use a little light? Where it can use a little higher vibration ingredient? I know mine can, and that's what I've got to work on, right? Like, I've got to rebuild everything I have set aside for this last 2 years to do everything else I was doing. I literally set aside my life, right? I've said that before. But right now, with the energy of this planet, with the vibration rising in the energy that it is, and with the speed that it is, okay, because it's going faster. The ascension is occurring at a faster pace, and I'm not exactly sure why. I feel like there's two components. One being some people wanting to rush it, and two being more people waking up. So I feel like each time people wake up, each time the vibration rises, ascension goes quicker. All that makes sense? And so what's coming up right now is there might be some darker parts of your potion. You can look at it like that. Like, what is the piece of the recipe that you need to replace? Let's substitute the ingredient. That's what it's about. That's how you heal. Substitute the ingredient. Let's remove that bitterness. Let's remove the sour. Let's remove the haste. For there is a lot of anger and fear and misplaced energy amongst the collective right now. There is a lot of mistrust. within the whole. I feel like even to some degree, people may not even be trusting truth. And they're asking you to pay attention to your potion, which affects the potion of the whole. Okay, and that's just another way of putting everything that we've always said, really, truly. Alright, so let's see what the cards say. Replace the muck with the love. I'm gonna pull out this thorn. I'm gonna put in some magic. You like my song? I just made that up. Maybe that should be my theme song. I'm gonna pull out this thorn and I'm gonna put in some magic. Alright, I sound like crap, you guys. I've been like talking to people for days, sounding like crap. Alright. Okay, and so, you know, I pulled 2 cards. And this is what I was talking about. It really, truly is. It's like we've got to pay attention to what part of us is affecting the whole. All right, 61. Whale song, resonating. Where are you resonating? What's in your potion? Right? Like, what is your vibration? If the whale's vibration went awry, he wouldn't be in the bubble. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Be mindful of what you're resonating with. What you're resonating with is where your vibration's at. Okay? If you're resonating with people who like to lie, then that's where your vibration's at. If you're, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they're talking about, the potions. Like, pay attention to each individual component. We are made up of, what I said, layers. We are made up of literal individual components of energy. Upon energy, and each one has its own vibration, and the key is getting it all to balance, and that's what they talk about. And that's not a joke that I just looked at this one and it said 22 as I said balance. Fool's embrace, transmuting pain. Why would you want to hold on to things that are no longer for you? And this is for me as well. Why are you wanting to hold on to things that are no longer for you? What benefit does it give you if all it's doing is causing you pain? It's a good one. All right. So that's the message so far for this. What are we, Friday? One day off this week, dang it. Let me switch schedules. All right. Let's see. I'm going to catch back up on everything I've kind of let slide. I had to take a moment and breathe and heal and get my head together and pull back my power and my energy. I had to. And I'm starting to be healthier and healthier every day. I've said that. My weight is going down every day and I'm super happy. And so it's working. Okay, and then they're saying, you guys, we are all made up of those individual components, which also represents individual talents. Okay? We all have individual talents. We all have individual components. Focus on your talents, but allow your talents to bring you blessings. Use your talents to bring you blessings. That's what they're given to you for. And they're all individual. All an individual piece of the collective whole. But they are individual. When we hear we're all a part of the same energy, I feel like sometimes we want to try to lose our own individuality. And that's not the case at all. We are all comprised of our own little stardust. Our own components of the whole. And they're ours. And that's why we have freedom. That's why we have power. That's why we can love. So use your talents, whatever they are, even if they're not like anybody else's. Do you understand? I had to accept every bit of who I was, even though everybody around me thought I was crazy. And do the work that I did, even though it hurt me very badly. Because that was my talent. That's who I am. That was what I brought that nobody else could do. You see what I'm saying? We all have that component. There's something inside of you, and Spirit's deep on this because it's important. Because as we go into this freedom that is at hand, 2323, look that number up. They're saying look that number up. Somebody needs to look that number up. 2323. So if you feel it's for you, it's for you. But each part of us has an individual talent, and if we don't embrace it, it's not self-love. We are denying who we are at the core, because that's what we were taught to do in a lot of cases, okay? Not that we all listen to that so well. Look it out in the collective. However, a lot of us do shun that. A lot of us spend a lot of time working in the collective energy, trying to make everybody else happy, trying to be in the collective structure. And that's their definition of functioning properly within society. When your real definition of functioning properly within society is finding your essence pieces, finding what makes you shine, and allowing others to be affected by your light. That's what it's about. That's how we create the most maximum balance and blessings, not only individually, but collectively, for those that are around us. Do you understand? I feel like those two really do go together, but your talent creates blessings. Not, you guys are saying, not financially necessarily. Yes, it does, but the kind of blessings that when you dive into your essence and your talents and your individuality, no matter what everybody else thinks of you, and you really truly get into that place where you allow your light to shine, it is the most beautiful feeling. And that's what they mean by blessing. It is where you're whole. Does that make sense? But you gotta pay attention to the pieces of your potion. And a lot of balance. Alright, and so what they want us to surrender as a whole, as a collective, excuse me, or individually. They are saying control. Control is a big component that is now fading away. And they're saying it's going to go in 3 pieces. What's that meaning? I don't know exactly what that means. When I hear that, I feel like the structure, like the governmental structure, possibly. But it's going to be like removed in 3 pieces. Okay. And here's the cards that flew out when I was saying that. Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessed about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to Spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. When we surrender in general, and we try, and didn't I just say that? Control. When we let go of that part, our essence flows freely, and that's when we manifest. That's when things come in and out easily. But when we're stuck in something, it's blocked, and I feel like it creates some darkness, right? Some shadow side when we do that a lot. Surrender resentments. Oof. I think we all have to do this. I feel like when I said that, I need to check in to that aspect of myself. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. And that's why we're presented with moments of opportunity throughout our entire existence all the way to the end. And that's what Spirit's showing me. Each one of us is presented with multiple opportunities. We either choose to take them or not. And it's on you, nobody else. You are where you are for a reason. You meet who you meet for a reason. There are no coincidences, my friend. Whether you think it's strange or not, there's no coincidences. So if we meet who we're meant to meet, when we meet them for a reason. And so they either teach us something, right? They're either a reflection of ourselves, because that's what we brought forth. There's all kinds of things. Or they're meant to help us. Okay? And we make the choices at every given moment. Fool's embrace. Surrender the obsessive thinking, but also habits. Okay, and then again, this all kinds of goes together. And with the potion statement too. Surrender the negative energy. Where do I need to pull out the thorn and put it with beautiful love? Right? I don't think that was the same, but you know what I mean. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. All right? And so that's what Spirit was saying. It's right. It's like put in the love energy, right? Replace one with the other. We can't just remove without replacing. Okay? And any person who knows about habits knows this, is you can't just remove one without replacing it with something else. And it needs to be of a higher vibrational thing. Right? Like go from smoking to running or things like that. So that is the message coming forward for this Friday, or any day you reach this message. It is meant for you. Stay in the path of focusing on your energy, your potion, what you are comprised of, whatever, made of, and how that affects the whole, rather than using our mouth. Your biggest attribute to changing any situation is not formed in words amongst each other. Does that make sense? So that whole debate thing, I mean, yeah, it's a debate, but it's very low in vibration, and that's not how we truly move mountains. I didn't move mountains, literally speaking, with my words. Kinda, but not really. It's with energy, it's with movement, it's with sound. And this was another part of a message I was trying to give on the last live I did, where I got interrupted during the message, but it was kind of important for the whole. So when we deal with health, and when the reason we have beats and the reason binaural beats work so well is because when you break up a beat, right? Like when you stop a noise, boom, you break up that beat. And essentially that's what you're doing to the energy, or the stuck energy within yourself and within your body, is you go in and you break it up, and you break up the source, and you change the sound, you change the beat, you change the vibration. Okay? So it was a really awesome, powerful message. And one I'm going to utilize and take to heart myself. So much love to all of you. I will be doing some kind of video soon. I'm not sure if it's going to be a guided meditation or something completely new. So if you're interested, keep your eyes peeled, and I will see you guys soon. If you have any questions, feel free to ask below. If it's a collective question, I'm likely to possibly answer. And if you're interested in readings, always feel free to check out the website. Soon I will be changing that. I haven't yet, but it's all there. So much love to all of you. I hope you have a great Friday. Do your best to stay inward, not outward. When we're outward, that's where craziness can lie. All right? I forget part of this message. It was really cool, so I'm going to listen to it again too. So much love, you guys. Bye.